Hello,
eventually.
Twitch. We are here.
Are we here?
We are alive.
In front of the masses?
We live.
Look at that, everybody.
We
If you
live.
were a hunter and had Bigby's hand, this is what it would look like.
This is what would be going on.
I am a man in my 40s.
Dude, show him the dragon, Bry.
Oh, yeah.
Brian has been over here crafting. And how are we, guys? Happy Thursday. We're about to crack into the New Moon campaign. You know what it is.
Pretty good.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. Are you crazy? Pretty good?
It'll look good when I paint it. Man, I did that face like so many times. So difficult.
Yeah.
But that'll be cool. I just, I was crafting a bunch of stuff. Usually I make like little skulls,
There we go.
I can't show you anything else that's on this
I know.
plate.
This is what he tries to kill us with on the in-person game he runs on Sunday. Curse Strahd.
Yeah. And, but I was making something. It's like, I kind of wanted to make a couple of big things, but I had never made a big thing. You have to take wire and you have to move the wire around. Then you got to cover the wire with foil to make your shape. And then you put the sculpty on,
Got
right?
it.
And smooth it out. So I'd never done that. So I was like, oh, I'll do a dragon. That'll be easy.
You got to do a dungeon next. Simple as that.
Yeah, just a whole dungeon.
Those are the moves. I did the dragon, and now. Oh
No,
my gosh.
I have put together a one shot like for our group or for whatever, and it involves not a dungeon, but you'll see. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. But anyway, hello. Are we live?
I can't wait. Dude, we've been live for minutes, Brian.
Well,
Brian!
usually you do a thing. Usually you're like,
I did the thing. I said, well, I kicked it to you, man. It was a smooth transition. Then we talked dragons. But yeah, no, we out here, baby. It's Thursday. We are about to finish the 5th episode, which means this is the 10th installment of the New Moon Chronicles. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect. I'm kind of, as Gabriella, apprehensive, a bit scared, but also just extremely excited,
I mean, Gabriella would be like a little bit afraid if, like the last episode of Breaking Bad was on tonight. She'd be like, "Oh no, am I gonna get it home in time to see it?"
Dude,
She's a
hey
little
man,
afraid.
hey,
Little scary cat.
she has not had a lot of backup in her life. All right, a lot of people have left me, and that sort of left me a bit skittish.
Yeah, well,
whenever I'm clutching my robes about me, like a schoolmarm in winter, that I'm fully in character as a wizard. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. But no, man, this has been super rowdy. So, yeah, I mean, you tell me, Bri. I mean, I could plug this forever. I'm Carpe the DM. I feel like you know that if you're here. If you're here on Thursday, you've also met Brian a bunch of times. He's the man. It's one of my besties.
Hey.
And we homebrewed this world known as Lucidon, and are essentially running 8 episodes, 16 in total, but 8 for each other, where I DM a character for him, he DMs a character for me in the world that we collaboratively built. So it's been a treat. But yeah, I'm in the far-flung islands. I've been rescued by a dinosaur, pulled to another island, and found,
it's true.
I mean, a very interesting kind of, ecosystem existing within there. Like, I haven't expected to see what I've seen, but now it's like, I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, this is kind of, we can just do this instead of an official like summary of and when last we met our adventurers.
Well, you tell me, man. You tell me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I have some. There's still gonna be a little something, but this is actually, I like conversing about it as opposed to like, because I always write, and John would know this, or Carpe would know this from the in-person
Very
campaign.
impersonal sessions you run.
The impersonal sessions I run, but you have to, because I kill everyone. That I always, instead of starting, and primarily my opening spiel is not, like catching everyone up to speed with the plot of the situation, but
Sure.
I always try to tell some kind of story that will get us into the world, but then I also have to do the little catch up because it's been so long. But
Yes,
I like
yes.
talking about it and then I'll get us into the world. But you are in a cave that you found inside of a tree. Basically, you climbed a tree 70 feet, and then there was a cave entrance in there. And as you looked kind of past the opening, the trees, maybe it's a big tree, but it's maybe 10 feet wide, but this cave goes in 30, 40 feet. So doesn't make sense. Gives you the idea that possibly it's a magical cave.
Yeah.
Which is maybe why Gabriella walked in, because the last cave she went in, well, what happened, John?
Oh,
what happened to her at the last
Well,
cave?
there was a sort of a gigantic sort of rat, and I attacked, and I probably shouldn't have, but what I really forgot to do was run. It's fundamental to sort of my life and approach is running away.
So
Had you ever shot Gabriella here on 2020? I'll be Barbara Walters here. Have you ever shot? What was it? A frost bolt? A ray of frost? Is that what it was?
It was a ray of frost. Yeah, I was trying to slow it down. On a successful hit, it sort of slows it. But
had you ever shot one before at a living creature?
not to kill. No. No. Just I mean, there was my cat, or my master's old cat, and then a couple times I did try it on Brist himself, but no, it was first time in the
Did
field.
the cat survive, Gabriella, when you shot her shot the cat with a frost?
Yeah, it didn't land, but it did fire. So
Okay.
the cat sort of zipped.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah.
Wow. But
Yeah.
you didn't miss the spider, and the spider, or not? You didn't miss the rat.
No.
And the rat came after you.
No, I wish I had.
Yeah, and then the rat bit you in the back, clawed you up, and probably would have been digesting you at this moment if not for a savior of sorts. And the savior took you here. And the savior, what is the savior? Why do you think the savior took you to this island, Gabriella?
Well, I mean, I guess he's talking about Coco, this sort of strange little, creature, sort of beast. I don't know why he not only saved me, but he brought me food and water, and I don't know that I would have made it even through that second night if not for him. I don't know. Is something driving him, or some master that he has asking it to keep watch over me? I wish I knew.
When you explored the island, you found these two burial mounds.
Yeah.
And on the second one, you were overlooking a farm of some sorts. What did you see on the farm, Gabrielle?
Yeah,
Do you
well,
remember?
I mean, there was a couple big structures, but then there was huge plots of land. I mean, I wasn't sure what they were growing. I forget in this moment, but they had a number of beasts, of dinosaurs like Coco, but larger. I mean, sort of, fully grown. They were collared, and I mean, they seemed to be subjected to work. I mean, against their will. From what I can understand, they're very intelligent, sweet creatures. So I'm sure it's whatever this farm's growing, it's at an enormous cost.
And perhaps this is what's going through your mind, Gabriella, as you're in this arcane cave, and you feel this arcane pulsing energy around you. This
In DM, do you have music going on your end?
I do
Because
now.
I was playing a little intro. Sweet. Let's go. Let's go.
I think that Gabriella's not above imagining giving prolific interviews to the masses about their incredible deeds and this adventure that she seems to be in the middle of. You had just found a blue crystal, and the
Yeah.
blue crystal had erupted and you gain the knowledge, and in your spell book as well, is now written the Earth Tremor spell.
That's right, yeah.
And so as this is going through your mind, perhaps another thing goes through your mind as you're walking through this. This is a classic poem that maybe bring you back to the other cave that you were in. And now that you're walking through and gaining all of this, I mean, let's, for lack of a better word, power, this arcane knowledge, this learning. There's a poem. It's told to children on scary nights when the fog is creeping into the house and they can't see their neighbors or the land behind them. There is a tale of one who died so very long ago, and where their body lieth now no one truly knows. For in the ground where marker laid no body found, no worms were paid, and if for not a pouring rain no one would have known. But muddy footsteps lead the way from grave to boulder stone, and on this rock bloody handprints stain blood that does not wash away in rain. Hands and knees scrape up the stone to the very top where moonlight shone, and it is said but never known that here they flew away. Right now you are in this cave surrounded by Coco, who still has their feet sticking to the pavement, but they're figuring it out.
Yes.
There's a light on here, and your approach, there's these rusty gears that lay in front of you, and behind it you see there's this hallway that leads into darkness and a blue crystal. And make a investigation check.
Oh. First roll, here we go. Come on now. For Coco, this one's for Coco. What can I check?
Investigation.
That's an 11.
11. Above the gears. I do not know if this is going to work. All right.
Ooh.
Does that? Are you seeing this?
Ooh, yes.
I don't know what it looks like in use, but if you
These
can
rusty
read.
gears do close and bind, and now the path does cease, unless some hero should happen to find a can of unused. Have I seen these sort of runes before? This sort of like cipher.
It's the same lettering that is on the inside of the mask and on the edges of the map of the Far Flung.
I see. A can, huh? I'm trying to think. Is there any sort of? This is so rad, by the way. First off, is that? Am I reading that right? Is that an inn? Can? A can?
Yeah. Oh, I see that. Yeah. I see. I left the E off the close. So
I
thank
like
you.
that though.
Yeah, I can. But make an Arcana check.
Yes, please. My specialty. I'm thinking of Brist with this. It's a 19.
19. So the wall in the first room was closed off until you cast Earth Tremor, and then the rocks shaked and broke down. You get a sense that you're looking around with that 11 investigation. There's not a can of anything around here, but perhaps there's a way to get through this. And knowing that you have this blue crystal that had taught you Earth Tremor, perhaps can teach you another kind of spell to get through this.
Yeah.
These rusty gears. If you could only just figure it out. Perhaps there are clues.
And I had cast Earth Tremor, and it had opened up the rock, right? Am I making that up?
That did. That was in the other room. It opened up the rock, and you were able to go down to this pathway. And now, instead of a rock that's blinding your way, you see these rusty old gears that are kind of stuck together and bound towards one another.
Sort of looking at this sort of the stone that has these runes and these spells that I've heard of and seen done in some cases, but never copied down. And having done that, and I feel like I've spent forever in this room now. And I sort of look at this, and push my hood back and focusing, like feeling its power, that blue stone that's pressed up within it. I'm going to cast knock. I'm going to try to do it using that blue stone, that blue crystal.
Okay. Yeah. So you cast knock. Let me read knock. And while I'm looking this spell up, give that poem another read real quick.
That poem. Where
Yeah.
can I find the poem? That you mean
That you just read, right?
the rusty gears do close and bind? Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yes.
My bad. I'm more sort of right-brained. Yeah, the path does cease, right? A can of unused. What would it be? Cease? Grease? Oh my God. Grease.
So yes, you're able to cast knock. Well, after step becomes on knock. And you can see the gears that are rusted together. They just kind of, after you cast knock, they just kind of, they start twisting and turning, and you can see that that it's moving and having an effect on it. However, it doesn't meet the requirements of arcane luck, so it doesn't get through.
She's sort of like, as she's sort of twisting that, like and really was thinking of Brist, her mentor, and oddly of his cat, Pickles, who was extremely hard to hit. She's going to, and DM, I don't know how exactly this would work in the sense of I know that there is what appears to be like a fair wealth of magic sort of almost engraved in this wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look for one that I'm gonna look for Grease if I can, if it's there. I mean, I don't think of that. Of course, it's A-B-A-B.
As you say this, you see that how they had been knocked and twisted, and you use the crystal on knock, right?
I did.
It vanished.
I
okay.
did.
You see these them start to kind of lubricate, and it begins to kind of move, and they start to gel, and they start to move apart. These gears start to move, but they're still kind of held in there. The spell casts, and you can feel like the energy still rippling from the crystals. You, however, whereas before you had learned Earth Tremor, you don't know really how you recall casting Grease, so you don't learn the spell. It doesn't get written down in your book. And this is something you should also notice, that behind you see a floating inkwell and papers, and as you learned Earth Tremor, a little bit of the ink came out of it and it showed up into your book. But the path is clear ahead of you.
God, and I cast Grease using a spell slot.
Yes.
Right, got it.
Mm-hmm. Spell slot's taken.
So, okay, cool. So,
let's see. And now, let's see if I can figure out how to open this door that I have here.
of course. Well, it took me a good while, so please take your time.
Okay. Boom. All right. You should be able to see if you can move your player through those gears now.
Okay.
Just want to see if that's possible.
Sure.
Or I can just do it.
No. I'm just getting there.
This is the growing pains of learning a new system.
Yeah, right there, huh? Attempt movement collides with at least one wall, is what I was told. So.
Oh, okay. Really? Let's see. Trying to open it. Well, I can just get rid of it.
There we go.
Now you can get through it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, whoa. Damn. Whoa. Look at that. It's my first time sort of in a cave or in Foundry. I'm sort of She puts her hood back up. Well, Albie, I sort of futzed that one up, didn't I? Damn. And she's sort of thinking about how the, well, you know, I should have thought about the rhyme. Of course, if it's sort of, I'm too literal, you know. I need to expand that. And come here, love. And I'm gonna catch him on my finger, and again just like pull out the thinnest thread, like a long piece of twine, and just kind of wrap it and bow it, and cast light just on the the very edges of this little rope bow tie. That this sparrow's wearing.
Okay, I can do something. And what is light? It's 10 feet of bright light.
I think it's 20 and 20.
20.
But I will double check that.
Right.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, grease is a good one. Bit of pork rind.
All right. So yeah, do you want Albie to kind of go ahead?
Yeah, just sort of fly in there. You know?
So Albie kind of flies ahead, and you come to another room, and what appears to be another door.
I see. Are there gears on this one?
There are not gears. You see, it's a door with an opening that you could walk through, but there's and you can see through Albie, right?
Yeah. Well, I can at this moment. I'm not. I'm sort of just using the light to sort of see. You know.
Are you walking down here as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So you see two things. In the northern part of the room, you see an old, withered purple chest lying there. And kind of encased in a bunch of rocks and dust. And to the south, you see it's a doorway, but it looks like very easy. You could go under or over, but you see an eye and some writing to the side of it as well. Which one would you like to go to, the chest or the door?
I think I gotta go to that the door. I mean, that eye sort of intriguing to me. Is it like meant to be an eye? Is it sort of like a glyph?
Yeah, just a singular eye, almost like a cyclops looking down on you.
I'd like to bring up my mage hand and just sort of trace it if I could.
As your mage hand kind of goes over it and just traces the eye, out of the very dead pupil of it, blue crystal appears and drops into your mage hand.
I bring it closer to me and I'm like, what is this place? It's I sort of like I would love to have taken that ink bottle, by the way, DM. And I'm sort of like considering that as I everything's sort of apportioned, right? But I'm gonna bring that mage hand with the crystal and take the crystal in my hand.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to the door. I think. I mean the chest rather. And does it look like it's trapped? Like you know?
Make an investigation check.
Arcane or otherwise, or I'm tossing out quite a few 11s. That is a 17.
17. Doesn't appear to be trapped by any means. You go around the edges. It looks like it's, a little bit of rust here and there. But there's also some writing that you take the dust off and you see, let's see.
Sick. Beware the path you crave. This knowledge can unlock. Wonder can lead to an early grave. But if you risk it... I was early, Albie. Well, rather
and
be
you
early.
should know there were no blue crystals along this chest. So you know.
Gotcha. Sick. Well, that's incredible. She's like... sets the crystal down like in between her and the chest and pulls out this very thin kind of skinned exterior, almost like what would be like a naval book, but it's her spell book, very kind of floppy and folded over, and she's gonna look back over Nock and like already she's like, she keeps thinking about Greece, but it's like slipping out of her mind like the substance itself. But she lets it go. All right, well. And she'll again sort of gather around that blue crystal and is going to cast knock.
Okay, are you going to use the blue crystal to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Blue crystal shatters. So you save your spell slot. And you press not you say that spell, and the chest opens and you hear this horrifying scream just coming at you in terror.
I step back.
And then it settles. And then in the chest you see a small piece of paper.
Fly over it, Albie. And I'm gonna go through its eyes and like, is there anything other than paper that I see in there?
Make an investigation check.
12.
Don't see anything else. It's just this piece of paper. You see this writing on it. And you can read the writing. But Albie, it's kind of rolled up, so you only see the very tops of it.
Albie will land on the edge of the chest, and I'll step forward and unroll this with my mage hand.
Okay. So as it rolls, you see it's the organization of words and somatic hand movements and gestures.
Oh.
And this is a contaminate spell.
Oh my god.
It's a
What is this place?
first level spell that can be cast at higher levels. And what it does is it turns any kind of normal liquid, water or ale, into a poison of some kind. And the poison will depend on what level you cast it on.
Wow.
At first level, it'll be one of two things, and that'll be randomized by a d20. At second level, you can choose between sleep or a kind of a necrotic acid poison, that would destroy someone from the inside.
I see.
On a failed save. Also, if you cast this and you drink the liquid, your DC, the DC for the poison is your spell DC. You have to pass it as well, but by half. So if your spell DC is 16 or 14,
7.
then you would have to roll a 7.
Got it.
Yeah, you'd have to roll a 7 to pass.
Wow.
But it's basically a poison. You can poison water.
Just a quick aside, this is so fucking cool. I mean, how did... Gabby sort of looks around like thinking back, like further, like the steps that led here. She'd zigzagged so inefficiently across the island, but Coco had wanted her here and had wanted her on this island, and stepping within this place, I think she's extreme, like she's really like checking for other glyphs, for other engravings. Like this seems like a meticulously outfitted location. And DM, was it a contaminate scroll?
Contaminate liquid. It's a spell. You can copy it into your spell book.
Oh wow, amazing! Wow. And I imagine that's like,
and the size of what will also increase. And I'll send this to you. I created it. Increases per spell level. So like at first level, it can do basically a pitcher of something, or a bottle of wine, or a pitcher of ale. At a second level, you can do a small keg of ale. At third level, you can do a barrel of ale. At fourth level, you can do a well.
Wow.
Just depending on what you
This
want.
is so badass. Okay, well, she like opens her spell book, and I, if you'll allow it, I feel like catches like the very tail end of this spell writing itself in, and she's like never, ever seen. I mean, she knows that ink can be enchanted, and she's seen crazy stuff with quills, but like watching this liquid transpose this arcane kind of purpose, she like runs a thumb over the side of it and honestly contemplates drinking it right then in that moment. No.
The ink?
No. The contaminate. But no.
Oh, the contaminate is just a spell. You would have to find liquid and cast a spell on the liquid.
I see.
Yeah. It's just written, and yeah.
God,
So it's like if you
contaminated liquid
see
is the spell.
if you saw like this seltzer water,
Sure.
you could
There's
turn it into poison.
Any comedian Stellarte just kicking around the streets. Bam! Now they're assassins.
There it is.
Okay, this is insane. I watch it arrive in my spell book, and I think of the scream that came out of it. The paper I roll up and I take with. I'm going to go back to the door, and is it open?
It's open. There's some writing. I had said there's some writing on the side of the door as well, but you can definitely go
Yeah.
through. Do you want to read the writing?
Yeah, please.
All right. I'm so glad this works.
This is so badass. No dwarf, gnome, human, halfling, none but the pristine elf shall continue without unraveling. So turn back, or something self? Oh my. Or alter self. Oh, alter self. It's a spell, Albie. They say only elves can pass, but she like thinks, and she has a disguise kit. I mean, she's like, or no, she does. And a forgery kit as well. She's never like gone that far, but damn, she doesn't immediately have access to alter self, but she will consider this, and she'll be like, well, she'll make a big show of it. I guess that's just what it is. I wish my sister Dabriella was here, because she's, of course, elf. We were adopted. You know this anyway, Alvy. Shoulder, and I'll sort of pat my shoulder as I walk back into that sort of first area through the door of the gears, but just long enough to like throw down my small pack and open up and pull out this disguise kit. I don't think it will work because it's supposed to be alter self. Do I see alter self amongst these runes back in this first place?
Make an Arcana check.
Come on, baby. Fuck. I rolled a 2, but that's a 10.
10. I think, like, unfortunately, you gained the knowledge of Earth Tremor from the crystal
Yeah.
that exploded. You need to, you could, if you found another crystal, perhaps you could learn the spell that way again.
I see. Well, I don't know what to say. She mentally like takes a reckoning of the sigil of this eye, and she thinks to herself, like, does she know of any arcane or wizardly denominations that only admit elves?
Make a history check.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I sort of, I read up on some of this. That's a 22.
22. The elves, they kind of, the elves, they keep to themselves. They don't really, not very many of them are in the cities, and you don't see them very often. When you do, they're coming in and they're getting out. There are some that sit on the Council of Talbot because they're concerned with worldly affairs. But they are a little hoity in general, or known to be a little hoity, as the creators of magic, the bringers of magic, almost holding themselves as gods themselves. However, none of them really would be caught dead in a cave. So,
Right, so they sort of hang out in nicer places than this. A bit bougie, Albie, really. Well, damn. Is this the end of the cave? Is there sort of
You can see down you can see through it. You can definitely get through the hall.
Oh.
But you can't. But yeah,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get through. Like there's, it's like think of it like as a cowboy western door. You can
Okay.
sneak under or jump over.
Vaguely appreciate the sub, you legend.
All right. Well, if I can see this hallway, then I'm gonna go. I mean, yeah. I'll send Albie a little bit first to sort of light the way, and then I myself will head after. But she's not even in like a negative way, but it's this sense of like, okay, it was Grease instead of knock, and damn, I should have read the door first, because then I could have used the crystal. Like there's sort of a reworking, like almost like a post-mortem on her own process that she like loves. She like, that's what she craves, is getting better at that execution. Okay, but yeah, down the hallway we go.
You're proceeding down.
Yeah.
You take a step down the hallway. And let me. Except to hit it. Is Albie coming with you?
Yeah.
And Coco is kind of behind as well. You can hear Coco kind of looking. Oh, and the skeleton guide is with you the entire time. Coco kind of behind you.
You don't happen
You
to
guys
know
proceed down.
Alter Self, Coco?
And
Yeah.
as you get about halfway down the hallway, you see another room in front of you with lit in these torches, and you see the long scroll where everything else had common, and then one word in this ancient cuneiform. This is the entire wall is this cuneiform. But as you're approaching and you see in the light of Coco begins to, and you can see her feathers start to kind of fly out.
Oh,
And
no.
as you go to reach for Coco, you feel your clothes being torn off, and your body, your arm is ripped to one side of the wall and to another, and you're stuck inside this wall, and these great forces. You can hear behind you, and Coco kind of,
Coco,
he
go.
comes down.
Get out of here. Go. Run if you can.
He runs towards you and like is immediately just slammed into the top of the cave wall. You feel the limbs and joints of your body and your arms, your wrists.
Can I dispel
everything
magic on
moving
this?
out.
Oh shit, I don't have that.
Yeah,
It's third
as
level.
you try to
No, I
cast
don't
it,
have it. I don't have
you
it.
have
I
it,
don't have it.
and as you're kind of doing it, you can hear Albie screaming. You can hear Coco until you own screams drown out their sense, and you can see this kind of wall, and you hear this voice
Wait.
laughing at you until you scream out really loud, and you're lying down on the swamp.
Oh.
And the tree is above you. Albie's next to you. Some feathers kind of shaking free. Coco standing.
Is everybody all right? I didn't want anybody to be hurt. That was, what was that? I mean, it was. Indeed, it's almost like I blacked out. I mean, or like, portal teleport physically carried, like any inkling at all. Like, do I physically hurt?
Make an Arcana check. Yeah, and you do physically hurt. You're not in. You didn't take any like damage, but like your joints where it was hurting, like you can still feel.
It's a 23.
23. You get a sense of what the whole. You're trying to think about it and trying to see if your friends are okay, if Albie's okay, and Coco, and they seem to be fine. No one's bleeding, no one's arms, nothing's broken, including yourself. You're sweating and you are tired
It's
from
this
the
hood.
venture, but you're not. Yeah, you're not in any. You haven't taken any damage per se.
Right.
But you're short of breath, and you realize you hear this kind of laugh, and the laugh it kind of makes you think that you failed a trial.
Yeah. Damn it. Ah. Damn. Well, tell you this much, if we get one of those crystals, we can come back. But maybe, I don't know, maybe learn out Alter Self. It's a wild spell. It's like that disguise kit, but it's like magical. It's even better. She reaches and like pulls out another coconut. But honestly, she's had a lot of coconut past 18 hours. She like puts it back. Well, this is this Coco, is this yeah, they sort of point towards the tree. I'm like, below. Is that why you brought me here to this island?
And Coco kind of gets up and just kind of gently takes your robes and kind of pulls you to the east.
Lead on.
And what is showing up for you in the right now? Like what do you see on the foundry?
Yeah, it's loading. It says you do not own a token in this region or something like that. There it is. Oh. There I go, spinning myself again. Ooh. Okay, there we are. So it's just sort of Gabby like in an infinite sea of black.
Oh, it's black? Okay. Shit. I don't know how to... Sorry.
And you can just describe it. I mean, it's, you know.
It's well, you find yourself here in this swamp again. The tree is next to you, but it's where you had come down. You had walked down this river from these burial mounds,
Right.
where you had overlooked the farm. The Coco was trying to pull you towards the farm, and you saw these like structures and things of that nature. I'm just gonna do this. This isn't kind of how it should be done, but
Yeah, this map, right.
yeah. So you can tell where to the west, that little crescent moon was the village that you had been in before. If you see, I'm trying to circle them. And this was the first burial mound you went to, and this is the second. You followed that skull mask down to this, where you found the tree. And now Coco is trying to pull you towards that farm.
Which in forgive me, DM, I was super zoomed in. Which is the structures to the east of us now on this map.
East, yeah. Did I say west?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just
yeah.
you were showing us with your cursor, and I just wasn't tracking it.
Yeah,
Okay.
east.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Should we? I mean, will people be happy to see us? Is it more like you or more like me? I say to Coco.
And
More like you?
mm-mm.
More like those farmers with the collars? Ah. All right. And I forget how long. Oh yeah.
He kind of goes and he grabs like a stone, and he starts trying to like push this stone until like he's kind of, let's give him a performance check. He kind of pushes it, and then he kind of falls down on his back.
They work you to death. So good. All right, let me do one. 3 words. Now, I mean, yeah, that's your family that was out there in that field, huh? All right. Well, I don't want you to be spotted and then captured as something awful. All right, so let's just go as far as safe, and then you can stay somewhere close, and I'll go in and and have a walkabout and just sort of see, you know? Yeah? Come on.
And he kind of grabs hold and like kind of pushes you from the side, just like excited.
And I'll scrooge his head a little bit,
Okay.
and I'll send Albie, flying about 1,500 feet ahead. But generally we'll just walk, and I will occasionally pop in through Albie's head.
And you get a sense. So the sun is still out, but it's getting to that very beautiful light. Maybe 2 hours left of daylight before it starts to get, evening, dusk, and then nighttime. The traveling is hard. There's not a path, and it's dense jungle. As soon as especially once you get out of the bayou, swampy area, these
God knows
marshes.
your boy knows the swamp.
And the smell is not as bad as Louisiana. There's no oil; it's more natural. And you get out, but it's still dense jungle, vines. There's snakes. Can you make a survival check for me?
Fuck yeah, another 15.
Another 15.
That would be 16.
That's pretty good. You're being very careful as you're making your way across, and the undulations of the jungles get you to this hill that's overlooking this town. And the town is directly south of these large agricultural fields where you had seen these giant twisted palm trees getting pulled up by these dinosaurs.
That's
Pulling
right,
these things at like 75 feet up there, and they're getting pulled up. You had seen these rats that are running around kind of barking, acting, like security dogs, and these men walking around as well with these control switches. But now you're closer, and you see these twisted palm trees are tied together, right? Bent and shaped with metal rods kind of moving them. You're overlooking, you see a greenhouse where you see tons of inside the glass, or I'd say make a perception check actually, as you're kind of looking at all this.
Damn, I've been rolling quite well past 3, 4. That's a 19.
19. So you see this greenhouse, and inside of it, through this glass, you see these other palm trees being kind of grown into this area. You're surrounded by palms and such around here, but these seem to be kind of being grown and groomed in this twisting kind of motion. You see there's some people milling about. There's 3 buildings. I know on this map is 4. There's 3 buildings other than the greenhouse. Doesn't seem to be too many people. Most of the people are out in the fields. And out in the fields is, you see these dinosaurs are badly beaten. You see these scar and burn marks all around their necks. And these are giant beasts. And you can see the scorching and the flesh that is like almost ashy and peeled back, where these streaks of blood are kind of dripping down into the dirt, and scratch marks along their hands and feet and backsides from these rats. And you see one man with a control switch, and that when the dinosaur looks tired or he hits it, and it jolts the dinosaur into working again. And you're seeing this all in the last hours of the light. And as the sun slowly fades...
In DM, just real quick, the one with this controller is amongst the buildings, or he's closer to the fields?
He's close. Most everyone is in the farms. And you see a lot of the men, or these orange-haired men that you had seen in the Parafino. They're a little gruffer looking, kind of wearing a more traditional ensemble like you're used to seeing men wear where you're from. A lot of leathers,
tight shorts,
tall
socks,
speedos. They're doing up downs,
They're sort of just
And-
touching each other's chins and shit.
Yeah,
Let's go.
exactly. You know, and like every once in a while they look right at you and go "Schick, Squatro." But when they're not doing that, there are other men that look like they're from south of the far-flung islands as
sure.
well, like workers, people that look like they would be on your father's ship, just kind of from all over. Yeah, what would you like to do?
And thank you. That was, I think I can see all of that. We, like, is like there's one person that's sort of still amongst the buildings.
There's a couple of people.
Okay.
You see a couple of people walking around the buildings. There's 3 buildings, and let's see if I can bring this thing up.
And how many people are out in the field? More?
In the field, yeah, there's more. However, as the sun sets, a whistle is called, and they all begin to come back. And did it just go black again for you?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking over my spells. No. Wow, sick. Oh shit.
I'm gonna take these guys off.
Shit, chat, we're fucked. We're goosed.
And you're further away than where I put you on the map, because that would be too close. But you see this stairwell in the north, kind of on the other side of the map from the greenhouse, and you can see the dinosaurs being led, and they also know, and they're just slowly going back and walking down these steps that barely fit their shoulders. And as they're going out, you can see each one of them kind of breathing air, unless they're shocked, and then they go back down and kind of crammed underground, one after the other, and then followed by these rats, followed by a few men.
As in driven in by the rats?
Driven in by the rats, and a few
Jesus
men
Christ.
following, like a train. And then 3 men, 2 orange-haired, gruff-looking men, and one that had been holding the machine that controls all the collars.
Okay.
And they go down there. The rest of the men that were in the fields, they come walking down, and they enter this southernmost building. These 2 southern buildings, the 2 buildings that are on the western side of the map, they're wooden structures with, windows and such. The one on the far side of the map is all stone and has a kind of this greenish, cracked wooden roof to it. It looks to be like incredibly leaky, viney, but the other 2 structures look like cabins, living quarters or taverns or something. You're not quite sure from this distance.
I see. Does the sort of quiet, Coco, quiet. Is in that room that's sort of grown over and viney, is there does it look similar to where they house the dinosaurs? Like, does it look like they keep something else in there, I guess is my question?
It would look more like they keep something else in there. The dinosaurs all went underground. They went down these steps, and you can't see them anymore. You can just hear occasionally a cry out. It sounds like a deeper, more vibrating version of what Coco does. And you see Coco just biting their lip.
Yeah, we can do what we can. Hey.
Kind of laying down, putting their head on this palm leaf that had fallen.
So I'm going to pull my hair back and sort of push my cloak back, and I said to Coco, well, okay, look, I think this is as far as you should go right now. If you can, hide yourself to the north, that structure where they all went down. I'm going to try to get the controller that I think sort of is the one hurting them with those shocks and the collar and whatnot. And if we have that, then maybe I can meet you there. We go downstairs and see if, well, if we might turn this into an even fight. But be quiet, okay? Tuck in. Can you still climb on stuff?
He goes up to a palm tree and sticks a hand and another hand and slides down.
Okay, shh. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Go. Hide yourself near that structure they descended into. That's where we'll meet to free them. We're gonna free them, Coco. Yeah. Shouldn't be like this. Yeah. Why else is there a cave full of magic if not for me to come use it? And either that or, well, no, only that. But be quiet and look for me, all right? Albie, come on. And I think light is only 10 minutes, so I think it's probably over. But if not, I'll like snuff it. And I'm gonna put him on my shoulder. And DM, I know you described it. I'm not sure if Gabby tracked it entirely, but interested in where the guy with the controller went. Period.
He went down. He followed the train of dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs went down the steps. They were followed by, I would say, probably around 11 rats. And these rats are giant. They're like greyhounds.
Forgot about the fucking rats.
And then 3 men. This man with the controller who has kind of this grayish hair and his glasses, and then 2 men with orange hair.
So the rest then went into this building? And then
around that, they're all kind of lingering up and down, but you can see now. Make another perception check as you're kind of looking down at this. Let me see if I can add some of these guys.
That's 14.
14. So they've come down, and now you see they're kind of out, and they have mugs of ale and such. And they're kind of talking, but they seem to all go into the southern building, and then kind of come up into this building directly north of it, maybe come out with a cleaner shirt or something like that. But you see about in total that came down from the fields about 20 or so men.
Oh shit. Okay, but 3 men and 9-ish rats went into the dinosaur structure.
Correct, yeah. And by this point,
these guys are milling about.
They're kind of going around. They're starting to light torches as the sun has now set and it's just nighttime.
All right. Well, I was gonna try to maybe sneak to that structure on the far side to see if there might be, like a saber-toothed tiger in chains or some shit. But I now feel like there's so many people moving about. So she is going to see Coco heading that direction and essentially join her, moving silently, and or silently as she can, and is going to try to start.
And you see, okay.
Well,
so you want to find.
You know what?
Oh.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Is there only windows on the sides of the buildings that I'm on right now?
Well, it's hard to tell. You see that there's windows on your side, but kind of difficult to see what's on the other side. Are you which build? The stone building has no windows on it, but the windows, these buildings to the south of the greenhouse, they have windows on facing you.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Gabby's gonna go up and look in one of the windows to this building immediately east of me.
Okay. Make a stealth check if you would mind, Gabby.
Very bad.
And
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
As you're kind of looking in, damn it, this is one of those things. I rolled a 3, but like no one's gonna ever believe that. All right, so it's just like whenever I hear like podcasts, I'm like bullshit. Anyway, you kind of look up and you get the briefest of looks before you see just rows of beds and kind of clothes as you're looking into this. Let's see if I can get rid of this thing. I think I can. Man, sorry. Okay.
No,
yeah.
you're good.
Boom. Okay, so you just see these rows of beds and some men that are kind of hanging out, just like laid back, drinking, playing cards, relaxing. You slip on the ledge and you kind of crash. What do you do after that?
I'm going to send Albie to the top, like corner, sort of the southeast corner of this kind of barracks place, here-ish.
Okay.
And
You guys, okay, but you're laying down. You kind of fell off this windowsill and are laying down, and some like
right.
sticks.
So
and leaves and
I'm
stuff
going
inside.
to the northmost part of that structure. Just sort of.
Okay, you're gonna go over here.
Yeah.
All right, make another stealth check
Oh,
as you
God.
kind of go.
7.
7. Okay. It's you kind of are running. It's more about how quickly they get to the window. If they do look, I'm gonna let you know. All right, where are you sending Albie?
To the southeast corner of this.
So you see Albie kind of fluttering around, and he flutters down to
Well, no, to the to the southeast corner of this kind of barrack structure.
this building.
Yeah.
All right. So he flies above the roof, which is this gable style roof.
Yeah.
As he gets to the corner, he sees and are you seeing through him?
At yes.
So he sees a bunch of men milling about, drinking ale, some more kind of entering and exiting, coming in and out of this area. You know, they're dirty, had a long day, kind of saying a few words that Albie doesn't like to hear.
Yeah, he hates that shit. It's rude. It's
Yeah.
gruff. It's too
In
much.
fact, can you hear what
Mhm.
through Albie?
I hear and
Yeah,
see.
so you can see these three men that are kind of being the loudest, and they're like, and I was like, no, all talk, and then no, and say, that's what it would take with all the money we get. I'm going to buy as many women as I can, and I'm going to take all the money. I'm going to spend it on women. I haven't seen a woman in days, in years. It feels like. That's what I spend all my money on, boys. And they,
I like try to turn off Albie's ears. I'm like, oh god, this is very rough place. Well, damn. I mean, what is this? Damn. You know what? Okay, I should have just done this to begin with. Fuck, I forgot how familiars work. I'm gonna fly Albie into the stone building.
Okay. There's no windows, but you see there's a bunch of cracks on the ceiling.
Cool.
So
yeah.
you go
please.
through the ceiling?
Please.
All right. So as you go through, you see, I can't wait till the day that I know how to do, that I know what I'm doing.
That day is today, Brian. You're crushing it.
Does Albie have dark vision?
It's a raven that I've restyled, so I don't know.
Okay.
Fundamentally, I do not know.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, that's a 6. It's a 6.
He sees cages, smaller cages and cages inside of cages. He can get closer to the cages if you'd like.
You know, let me just... Yeah, please. Yeah, get closer.
All right. So as he gets closer, and it's this darkness that's surrounding him, and the cages are all about, let's say, 5 feet wide, 5 feet tall, 5 feet deep. But inside are these smaller kind of cages that are stacked on top of each other. As he gets close to one of them, make another perception check. And really, all he can see is the glistening moonlight off of the steel bars. But what did you get?
14.
14. But as he comes down, and he gets really close, he can see more reflections, not just of the steel bars, but of tiny little eyes. And then one of the eyes kind of looks at him, and this arm reaches out towards him, and he zips away from it, and he sees kind of under the moonlight that's cracking through these things, this hairy
What?
spider's arm. as it tucks back into the cage.
Wow. Spider?
Spider here.
Damn. I don't know if I can... Okay. Shit. Yeah, alright. So, good work, Albie. I'm coming. Shit, man. Ooh, she's gonna try to get Albie back to the. Is there a door? There's no door.
There are 2 doors. There's one to the north and one to the south.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna fly Albie to the top of this roof, go back out, and Gabby is gonna prepare to try to cross this thing. Her plan is to. These are 5-foot squares, 10-foot squares?
Yeah, 5 feet. This is a big roll. Big roll, Gabby.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, here's what I'm trying to do, is get him outside, like line up where I'm going, which is just across the way, and then fly. Give basically Albie's about to like buzz by these guys. He's gonna like try to like land on a beer stein, like fuck with it, fly by some noses. He's gonna like zip zap zop through that group of 4, and
Okay.
and as that's happening, like at the very beginning, like I'm gonna like sort of be in his eyes to just sort of get it, but then he knows the deal, and he's gonna slowly trail kind of west, like in between those 2 buildings. But after about a 3-4 count, if they start to react, Gabby is going to come to her vision and move as stealthily as she can across the way.
Okay. I like it. All right. So I'll be seeing the moment, seeing the same guy, kind of still talking, still being there. And people are kind of like trying to get out of the conversation, walking away. Albie goes for it. He lands right on the guy's head. And people start laughing. They got, and he zips off. Have Albie make a dexterity. Let's say a dexterity saving throw. I don't know if he's proficient in saving throws at all.
I don't know how that works either.
It would be like, how like on Big Bosses it says saving throws and has a higher number? That means they're proficient in it.
No, for sure. I don't think they have that for Ravens.
But what, yeah,
so that'd be a 12.
A 12, okay. Let's see how far we get. All right. Okay, shit rolls, but then that one's okay. So as you see, so Albie flutters around another person, and you hear this commotion, and you get a sense after 2 or 3 things that like they start to chase him. He's gone over. This guy swings and misses him. He with a 7. He doesn't hit him off the head. Albie goes to another person, flies right in his face. That person ducks out of the way of Albie. He gets into another guy, zips around his ear. Another guy comes and slaps Albie. How many hit points does Albie have? 1?
It's actually 1d4 minus 1. Hang on.
Okay.
He has 2.
He has 2 hit points. Okay, he gets hit. It doesn't do any damage. More like slapped as he gets kind of hit and then goes.
Come on, Albie, get out of there, baby, get out of there!
Make another dexterity saving throw as he's kind of zips away.
Can I say one thing? I don't know if this would change anything. But Albie can mimic simple sounds, right? And like somebody's heard a baby crying, some animal maybe. But I want to, and this is not to try to fool them, this is just mocking, but I want it to just be, I'm going to spend all my money on a girl. It's just like squawking some weird shit.
That doesn't help with the swatting. Doesn't help with the swatting and the laughing stuff. But the attention now being paid, have him roll a performance check with advantage.
Come on, baby.
And then...
Come on, Albie. I think they're known for their charisma. That's 11 minus 2. That's a 9.
Oh, 9. Okay. He's pretty good. That was with advantage?
Yes, yes.
Okay. But
My
he's doing
rolls
well
have
too.
taken a turn.
All right, now, and because of that, they're all rolling at disadvantage, their checks. So I'll let you know.
Wait, come on.
But then, if there was any time to cross
Yo, it's
through,
now. Yeah,
now would be the time.
Let's go.
All right, go ahead. Do you want to go stealthy or
I
do you want
do.
to go fast?
Stealthy.
All right, make a stealth check.
Thank God. It's a 17.
17. Okay. You get across.
No, 16. 16. 16.
Oh, 16. You get across. Boom. It feels.
Come
like
on,
no
Albie,
one's
let's go.
stopping you. And Albie zips away. I'm gonna just the one guy that was kind of on his tail, kind of laughing at him.
Yeah.
Have him roll one more dexterity check to see if you can beat this guy.
Oh, okay.
All
All
right,
right. That's a 13.
Okay, Albie zips right away, and then you.
Yes.
Did you hear what the fucking bird said? Did you hear what the fucking bird said? You know, and then you just hear these people like laughing and the commotion going on down here.
And I'm like, and I tell him to just like fly. I mean, literally, it's like, go, get yourself gone, get lost. You know, like go.
And you go, yeah. Oh, he's zipping. He is zipping around.
I'll, you know, he's gonna go and kind of bank around into the trees and eventually make his way back to the eastern side of this stone building. Thank God he didn't get killed.
All right. As you get to that, are you waiting for him to come back before you?
No, I'm not. I'm not. As soon as, like, even before, like, the ruckus ends, as soon as I cross, I'm, like, trying the door.
Okay. Door's not locked.
Door's not locked. Okay, great. I open it.
All right. So it opens.
Oh, my God.
And, you hear a bunch of laughing and things like that. Doesn't seem to be, and it's very, very dark. And you can see a little bit of the moonlight that's coming through this tattered roof and these cages.
Is there any,
lining
like,
right
stone,
and
like, small pebble?
yeah. There's like kind of this crumbling infrastructure. There's like rough stones and dirt.
I'll pick up, you know, 2 or 3 large pieces. One of them I'll cast light on, but cup my hands, and kind of let the light sort of bleed through this sort of cupped hands, almost like casting bars upon these bars, and in also sort of held, like, you know, kind of like this, like, you know, multiple things going on. I'm gonna move through it and just see, are they all spiders?
Yeah, as you cast it through, you see an incredible amount of spiders. These are smaller than the one that you saw get killed by those 2 rats on the other island. And they're not as colorful. Like, their bodies are, you know, gray or like these very dull blues and greens. And you're kind of spinning around. Make an insight check.
Sure. Oh my. Quite the time for that. That was a 4.
Okay, 4. As you, it's hard to kind of glean, but as you're casting light on all these, they shriek and kind of pull back from it. And they, you know, kind of, it looks as if they're all trying to make themselves very small in the sides of their cage.
Can you... Does it... Damn. I wonder if I don't know if this... I don't think it will work, but... No, it wouldn't work. I was thinking about casting comprehend languages, but that's only me hearing languages, and I don't think it would apply to spider speak. I sit down, I sort of look at them, I'm like, I am so sorry. A creature brought me here, a small, 4-legged beast. His kind are imprisoned by these same humans. If I free you, will you run? Will you fight? Can you even understand me?
They just kind of still are just kind of in their corner shrieking. As it,
Oh, they're audibly making noise?
well, they're not shrieking, just kind of shrinking.
Oh, shrinking,
back,
yes,
shrinking
of course.
back into the corner.
Of course.
Um,
Okay, of course.
yeah.
I mean,
That's why I don't think they can.
no, I don't. As I
understand.
didn't. No,
I want so bad to be like.
no. It's
I
like
understand him.
one wizened spider.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it. This is like I feel like I'm running out of time in a way that's like I don't. I mean, she's no Tarragon, bro. She will succumb to the pressure. She's going to take like some deep breaths and be like, all right. And I'll like check in with Albie. Has he made it to the stone tower yet?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
He's kind of resting on top, keeping and he sees everybody.
Yeah, no. Like he needs to be on like the almost ground level. I don't want sidelines on him. And
well, I've always imagined him being small. Like
he is for sure. Yeah. I just want to like he like flew, looped around, maybe dipped into the trees a bit, and now has come out on like 4 feet off the ground. Man, okay. As I go from the north side of this stone structure to the south, presuming they're unlocked, I'm gonna try to like pull up the cage doors or unlatch and open them, or whatever. I'm literally gonna move. I'm gonna try to be gentle and calming. I have absolutely nothing that can aid me in this other than my mage hand, which I will engage as well. So yeah, I'm like, little ones, listen, I'm gonna open this door, and I point to the southern door, and I'm like, you need to run for your lives. I mean, I think that if you go, there will be hopefully enough of a distraction that you can get to the tree line. I mean, if you head about, and I don't know, DM, insert DM's answer, blank hours or minutes, there's a tree, there's a grove, the tops of which have almost been broken off, and if you look and you search there's a cave, and I assume they're just like milling about, like they don't understand a word, but like Gabby is doing this, and she's like rushed, she's like, oh fuck. And opening the northernmost set of cages, pair of cages, and then south. She's gonna open all whatever this is, all 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, all 14.
Okay. Now it takes some time because there are cages within cages.
Sure.
Right?
Oh shit! Really? Oh fuck! That's gross.
Yeah. So like there's 5-foot cage. So it's taking you a little bit of time. So you do the first one.
Hoods up. Let's go.
Cage opens up. See them start to shrink back. Hard for you to kind of get around and also open the cage and keep this light.
Right.
Just make a dexterity check for me. And in DC is 10 to see if any light comes out of the top of this thing.
I was rolling before you told me the DC. And if I'd known the DC, I would have used my portent roll. But either way, it shouldn't count because the dice was flinging out of my hand. I rolled a 3, which is a 4.
Do you want to use your portent?
I would love to use my 9 to get to 10. Ahead. I would love that. Would love it.
Right. So you're able to kind of quickly and keep the gem under, or the stone under control where the light doesn't come up.
Right.
And you open this thing, you can get a sense of the visceral reaction of these spiders as they kind of like are creeping up, and they.
Yeah, sure. I don't particularly. I'm like
sticky. There's like this stickiness inside each cage, as if like some webs have been kind of shot out and like around. But you open the first
panic
one.
Web. I recognize that. I know that well.
And as you open the first one, it just sits there, the spider, staring at you. You go to the second one, open it, and it sits there. A little bit of movement. You go to the third, and as you open the third one, see out of the corner of your eye the first spider cage steps, and it begins coming out.
Come on.
The second one begins going out, and as you keep getting these things, spiders are coming out, and they're taking their time. They're confused. They don't really quite know where to go. But you see some of them they're going north, they're going south, but they're climbing up the walls and going out the ceiling. They're kind of going everywhere. They're not listening to your command of
Sure,
going out the
sure.
south door. But the doors have like these holes on it. So some of them are crawling out there. Some of them are crawling out. You get about halfway through as you're kind of going through
Oh
this,
shit.
and you hear, "Hey, hey, hey, what the hell? Hey, the spiders are loose! The spiders are loose!" And you hear these men kind of yelling at one another and kind of running towards. Albie can see these men kind of running towards this stone building.
Are they running?
You're about, I would say, 60% through of unlocking the cages.
Okay, got
You're
it.
on the northern side now.
Okay, great. Whichever door I'm closest to, I'm gonna sprint to. Can I see through Albie's eyes if anyone's coming that way?
Yeah, yeah, you kind of glance through Albie's eyes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you look through Albie's eyes, and they don't seem to be coming your way. There's some that are kind of over to the side of the building, and then it looks like the majority of them are kind of running around to the south.
God, I wish I'd taken prestidigitation or some shit like that.
What are you doing, Gabby?
I'm gonna run to that door and I'm gonna send Albie again, shrieking, "Hey, the spiders are loose!" And then I'm gonna I guess it's only mimic. Just saying spiders, 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 and this time is literally going to like zip it like through them and just head towards the southern door.
Okay.
And
He's gonna zip, like outside or inside, like the.
Like Albie's gonna
Inside.
come this way if he can. Shwink.
Yeah.
Let me move.
Yeah. So he comes kind of streets.
Yeah.
Screeching through. He's
Yeah.
kind of mimicking spider, spider, spider. All right. Go ahead and make a dexterity check to get out of here. So we can get there beforehand. All happening pretty quickly.
That is a 14.
14. All right. As you run out, as you're kind of exiting this door, you can hear the door behind you swing open. Up the cages are broken open. Up the cage, and you can hear this. Albie is zooming around, and people are kind of paying attention to what the fuck is going on. But there's this big calling out for everybody. Bags are being brought out, and they're throwing these spiders in bags, picking them up, throwing them in bags, picking them up, throwing them in bags.
And what's in front of me, DM? Is that a palm tree? Is that a ladder?
There's palm trees and then sand. This thing in front of you, that's the stairwell going down where the dinosaurs went.
Great. I'm sprinting there.
Okay, so you sprint. Are you going to go down?
Yes.
All right. You go down. And as you are going down, all this commotion is happening. The guy that you go down there, and you're in this dark stairwell. There's you're heading down, and it's dark. And you see torchlight ahead of you. You can hear the snarling and barking of these large rats, as if they're kind of eating something. You can see this cage in front of you, and let me switch scenery real fast. Boom. And let me put you in it. Oops, I think you are in it. You're in the wrong place. And these guys are not here. Okay, now what are you seeing right now? As I switch maps.
Damn. Oh, sorry. I was again going through my spell. I see like a little bit. I see like a half, like a semicircle, and then a stair or a hallway.
Yeah. So there's a stairwell in front of you, and the hallway to your right. You can hear and you can see the stairwell in front of you, and that hallway to your right, directly to the left. You can see these cages and
More cages.
More cages, and you see behind it, you hear, and you boom, one of the cages like bangs and clatters, and you can see the snarling face of a rat kind of squeezing it, and it seems to be looking kind of right at you before it gives up and goes back into like a bowl of hay
Thank
and
God.
guts and such.
I'm like, Albie, are you good out there?
I make a dexterity check for Albie.
For him?
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, natural
he-
20, 22,
Natural
baby.
20? Okay, good. He's able to kind of zip away. They're not paying. They're kind of more. He's like a nuisance, and they're figuring. Yes, he doesn't really pay too much attention.
Okay. I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna try to get him to where I am, but I'm not gonna wait for him. I'm gonna step in and. I feel like I probably have one of the same stones with me, but I kind of do the same thing, just sort of muted light kind of cascading through fingers. I'm really, like, I'm very much trying to. Were these men all have the same hair? Are they in uniform dress?
No, they're not really in uniform. I
Cool.
did that because of I
Sure.
just ran out of time.
Sure.
Maybe
No,
differentiating.
That's the best way to do a group of bad guys that are all the same. You kidding me?
Yeah, but they're all kind of different. There's a lot of orange-haired men. There's a lot of kind of these gruffer people from all over,
I see.
but they're all
Right,
humans.
Well, okay. Then, fuck.
You see this hallway down, and there's a light at the end of it that's kind of pulsing this light. Do you see kind of the hallway on your vision?
Yeah, I do.
Like where you are now. So you see the hallway and then the staircase that leads down as well.
So I don't see the staircase.
The staircase is to the south of you. It just looks like a there's a door in front of there. Sorry. There's a door, but it's kind of like these bars, and behind it is just blackness that descends into a staircase. It's difficult to see.
Do I
So you
have any? Do I hear any sounds? Any sounds of large beasts? Let me ask.
Make a perception check.
Come on, baby. That is a 15.
15. Listening for the sounds of large beasts, you hear down in this darkness, you hear.
Yeah. Okay, that was my instinct, anyways. I'm going down.
But as you're listening to that, you come to the bars and it's locked. And then you hear footsteps above you, kind of scraping sand down the stairs that you had just come down.
Damn it.
Kind of running down.
Oh, did I just come down?
And you had just come down. They're right behind you.
Oh, so
these
they
doors-
saw me. Shit.
Well, you don't know. We don't know what they are, but there's people coming down there. They're kind of hollering out. But you're at these doors. They're locked. What would you like to do?
Well, I mean, I'm about to get so fucked. I think, I'll guess it. Can I run freely down the hallway?
Yeah, you can. You can see the end of the hallway. The hallway, it's a dead end.
Oh, it dead ends.
Yeah, you would see that dead end there. Yeah. These stairwells. So they're coming down, and you can hear, you get Holstead. He's gotta come up here and see what's going on. I want to talk. Go tell Holstead. And these guys are getting to come down.
Well, I will sit down. I'm literally gonna sit down. I mean, they're like 40 feet away.
They're coming down the stairs. You can hear them at the top of the stairs. They're about to come down.
Well, knock is about to be loud as fuck. So I think I will. I just wish I knew how many people there were. Can I see through Albie's eyes? Do I know how many people there are?
You kind of go out through Albie's eyes. Yeah, he sees two people coming down the stairs, and now you can kind of see it. That's fucking shit down here. Halstead!
Where is it?
Halstead! They're yelling at this guy, Halstead. Do you have your light pebble up?
I will drop it, and like the spell, not the rock, and we'll cast, like, as soon as I see legs, I'm gonna cast Charm Person, and I'm curious if that can be upcast. Charm Persons? I don't think it can.
Yeah, I think you can cast it on two, yeah. I think so. Charm Person?
Yes, you're right. I'll cast it at the second level, please.
Okay, what's the range on that?
It is 30 feet.
Okay, so as the light kind of goes out and you're in this shadow by this thing, you see these two men come down. and you step out 30 feet. That's 10, 20. They're kind of just getting into range. You'll have to step into the light of that torch there.
Sure, and I'll do so.
Boom. As you step in there, what would you like to say?
Help! Oh, I help, guys! Something's happened horrible down here. Help me, please.
All right. Huh? What are you? All right. The first one rolled a 2.
Sweet.
18 on the second.
It's...
One of them's like, "Oh, miss, you shouldn't be down here. It's dangerous down here." They're, "What the hell?"
Halstead, he's my uncle. He's trapped down there with those beasts.
Halstead! And the other one, he's just like, "What are you doing down there? Hey, come over here right now." Boom. And the door opens. You see this old man. He's got his shirt off. This is the old man that had the switch. Is this who you know this person?
And the door, like the barred doors open?
There's a doorway on this. No, not the barred doors where you are. There's a doorway kind of right. Damn, it didn't show up, huh?
Yeah,
down the hallway. Like he goes down the hallway and you see there. Well, there's a door right there.
I'll give you a feel what I can see real quick.
Yeah. So there's a.
No.
So difficult to see. Anyway, but there's a doorway that's like on the hallway, and you see this kind of man come out. He's got this gray hair, kind of grizzled, like bitten teeth, kind of, and this was the man that was holding the collar device earlier, and they're now 2 of them are looking at you, and the other one's like, hey, it's okay, hey guys, look at this. We gotta get us. What the hell's wrong with you, man? And he comes over. Who are you?
I got turned around on the way to see my uncle.
And yeah, I had no idea there was another door down here. I can I sent you what I can see. There's
a couple more doors as well as far as the rats.
Oh. I got turned around. I'm so sorry. I was harassed down here, and there's someone that's trapped behind these bars. But if it's dangerous, then I should go.
Yeah. Kind of grabs a hold of you.
Don't touch me. My uncle wouldn't like that. And
Mega strength.
And I don't either.
Make a strength saving throw if you want to break free.
All right, that is a 3.
And he kind of turns to these 2 guys, and the other one's like, hey man, shut, and he slaps the guy that's being that you charmed, and they say, why are you coming down here anyway?
I told you.
Oh, so some of them, shut up, I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I'm talking, the cages, the spider cages, a lot of them got loose. And he looks back at you. You wouldn't happen to know how that happened, do you?
Spiders?
Come on now. And he pulls you, and he starts to pull you over towards the stairwell. And you hear these actually, he pulls you over to the rat cages. And he pushes your back kind of against these rat cages. You can feel like their snouts on you. Why you start telling me some truth? Why I start giving
I haven't lied to you
like pets.
I haven't lied to you once, sir. Please. What is this? My uncle is one of your compatriots, I hear.
Who's your uncle then?
Halston. Close to your name, right? He said you 2 get confused all the time.
You can feel one of the rats start to scrape and scratch at your backside. And he pulls you away, and you can see they're lunging, and he kind of takes you by the head, and he grabs your hair, and he pushes your face close to these doors, these cage doors, and you can see like you're face to face with these rats as they're just viciously.
Then I will cast Charm Person on this guy.
Okay.
Wish I'd kept that 9 to give to him.
Now, if he knows that if he's like your enemy.
Well, I haven't rolled any any deception checks, so I don't know. I don't know if I.
Well, he doesn't believe it. You could roll a 20 and he wouldn't have. Like, it's a girl that's just down here. Like, what are you doing down here? You know?
Okay. Well then, yeah. Then
You could roll a natural 20, it wouldn't work.
Gotcha,
You know what I
totally.
mean?
Okay. Then yeah. Then
Uh,
if he, then I mean, totally your call. Yeah. If he's my enemy, then he would roll at advantage for sure.
Okay. Is that the case? And that's so with advantage of your companions are fighting. Yeah. Okay. You can feel yourself getting into his mind. What's your spell save DC?
It's 14.
And he shakes it off. Clever. What you did to Risky, huh? And he pushes your head towards the cage. At that moment, you hear, and boom! Something knocks the man from your back.
Come on, Coco.
And you look up and you see Coco in the light on top of this guy. And that's where we'll pick it up next time.
No, Coco. No. Run, Coco.
I was all for it. He rolled a 3 at first, and I was like, I think he has advantage, and he rolled an 18. Natural 18.
No, yeah, no. I mean,
We'll
you're
see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Coco should not have come back. The
You told him to.
No, that's
You told
Albie.
him
I told
to.
Albie. I told Coco to go by the thing.
He told him to go by the stairs where the dinosaurs went in, right?
Well, where the I was gesturing to the thing northeast of that like there was almost like it looked almost like a circular like greenhouse or like tropical.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant to the stairs. Well, anyway, he saw you go in. He's there.
Okay, fuck.
I got
Well,
confused.
R.I.P. Big rips.
All right. Freed a bunch of spiders.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hopefully those that weren't immediately bagged, the 6 of them. Well, shit.
Yeah, you freed probably like 50 or 60 spiders.
Oh, fuck, there was a lot in each
In
cage.
each cage, there were like a ton of spiders.
Ah.
That's why it took you so long. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I value my life at certainly several hundred spiders. I would hope. That's so wild. Well, that was scary as fuck, Bri. That was scary as fuck, dude.
Yeah, sorry you didn't see this doorway here. You
Yeah,
know, but like down this hallway, there are a bunch of doors. I should have explained that. Sometimes, like, I'm just so nervous about the maps that I like leave out the description. Sometimes it would probably be better if it was just theater of mind. Sorry about that.
You know, either way, I would have. I'm not. Yeah. No worry. I mean, listen, this is awesome, dude. The Yeah, I thought it was like stairs, barred door, and then like dead end hallway. You know what I mean? So it was really more just a numbers thing. I was like, if it's 2 low level guys, maybe I can blast these dudes. But no, dude, all good. I mean, that's yeah. The rats shall eat well.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I keep wishing that I had speak with animals or yeah, I don't think the disguise kit would have. I don't know how much could really be accomplished with that. I thought about putting that on before I went sneaking about, but
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
curious about
Like-
oh, you mean
like-
down here
like
for this
yeah.
or for up in the tree?
Oh, for either one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have let. I mean, yeah, been okay.
Oh, really? That would have worked. Okay.
Well, I don't know if it would have worked. That would have all. That
You
it
know
would have been
what?
a roll.
You
You
know
know.
what? It would have been interesting at least to like roll into this place as an elf. You know. I'll tell you
I'm
what, this
sorry.
place needs some
Yeah.
allies. This place needs some
Like-
allies in it. All right. Oh, that was so spooky, though, bro. I appreciate that, brother. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard the man. That's where we'll pick up. Light a candle for Gabby. Light 2 for Coco. I unfortunately did also tell Albie to join us. So,
Yeah, Albie is zipping in.
I'm like, Albie, no.
Maybe that's why Coco saw Albie zipping in, and then Coco ran.
I'm like, you idiots. No.
You know?
But that's all for herself. Well, we shall see. We shall see. Monday, going to be doing some prep. And then next Thursday we'll be seeing what's up with Coleridge as he's sort of alerting the guard to essentially a very kind of dangerous situation of their own. But Brian, thank you so much for today, man. Spooky.
Oh yeah, man.
Spooky
Yeah.
and ultimately fatal. Shit.
It's good. Yeah. We'll see what happens. See if how this occurs with Albie and 3 dudes.
Yeah.
And maybe there's these other doorways as well. So maybe there's some other people that might join the
Oh
fray.
shit! In the underground here.
Yeah, where you are. Yeah, you see there's 3 doorways on the.
Oh man,
hallway.
yeah, I completely fucked that.
All right. I should have said there's
I
3
would have.
hallways.
I would have just either knocked and ran through, or just fled and tried to charm them and been like, "I'm out." That's a tough place. Yeah.
No, man,
that's
you
all
almost got
good.
the second guy on the charm, but like the one guy rolled a 3 to the
No,
other guy.
no, dude. It's all good.
18.
The it's like it's so funny because like that many people period is just so scary. It's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, oh no, so like
All right. I mean, if you get caught, like, what's the worst that can happen? They'll just send you back to somewhere.
they'll cut off my hands, bro. They'll cut off my tongue.
I cut off your hands.
The tongue of a spellcaster. Oh my gosh. All right, Brian, you're the man, dude.
All right.
Google's up for a ledge. Guys, I love ending these sessions by rating somebody just to be like, yeah, spread a little love, spread a little sugar. So if you can, stick around. We're going to hop in and give some love to the Dirty Rollers, man. They're popping in on Baldur's Gate. Gotta love it. It's not out on Xbox One yet. It needs to be because I'm ready to throw some more time away. But Brian, you're the man, dude. Anything before we get out of here?
No, just yeah. Thanks for watching. I will hopefully next time I'll know Foundry a little bit better, and
Dude, this was great. Are you fucking crazy? This was great.
It's tough. Yeah, it's just tough to figure it all out.
Already I can tell that like it's awesome and will be very, very good. Yeah, you're gonna have to share the hacks because I think I might have to do that as well. Even just being able to share music is so nice.
Yeah, the music was really cool. Being able to hear it. I haven't heard music in these campaigns in a long time. So
Really? Oh shit, dude. Yeah, that
Yeah, yeah.
sucks.
yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's good. Otherwise, I'd hear the echo of our voices talking.
Yeah, no, for sure. Brando, roast for initiative, my guy.
Oh, jeez.
Bugles up to a real one. No, agreed. Well, hopefully we can crack that open and both have music, as the
Yeah.
world should be. Okay, guys, we're going to raid the Dirty Rollers. They're playing Baldur's Gate. Dude, there was a Halstead in there. Exactly. I caught that too. I'm like, shit, is he pushing... Is he a dragon pushing dragons? That's dark. That's deep and that's dark. Brando, you're the man. Well, to be continued in 2 Thursdays. But we love you guys. Okay, say hi to the Dirty Rollers for us. We are out of here. Peace. Peace. Wash your ears. Yeah.